You know you like that.
Welcome back, man. We are back. Miguel's Minute Pod. I know I've been gone too long. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know y'all missed the hot takes. I know y'all missed all my Bron shit. But we back, man. Let's get into it. NBA way too early review. Way too early. But we here though. Let's go. The NBA's back. College basketball back. Everything's back. Let's fucking go!
You know you like that.
Like I said, man, way too early NBA review. We got so much to talk about, man. The NBA is in a great place. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. It's in a great place. Without the GOAT playing right now, the NBA has had some of the highest ratings that it's had in years. Now, we gotta, we can't act like the inflation don't matter. Amazon Prime, Peacock, NBC, ESPN. Way more platforms to watch the NBA on, including, of course, NBA TV. We got more platforms to watch the NBA on, so of course the viewership is gonna be higher, which is good. More people get to see it. More people get to enjoy basketball again, which is a blessing. But let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk. Of course, we're gonna start off with the surprises of the NBA so far. We have a few. To me, the main surprise of the year is the Detroit Pistons, atop of the Eastern Conference right now, winners of 8 straight games. 8 straight games they won. In the last 2 or 3 have been without Cade Cunningham, who has been on the tear this year, looking like an all-NBA player. Now, when we talk about the Pistons, of course, we can go into Cade, Asor, and Jalen Duren. But we have to talk about their complimentary guys. Ron Holland, Beef Stew, all those guys have came and contributed something to that team that's gotten them to this level at which they're playing right now. But the key to them has been the addition of Duncan Robinson, being able to spread that floor and kind of have that Malik Beasley role that they had last year, but at a way more efficient clip. Nobody's going to be able to tell me that they wouldn't rather have Duncan Robinson than Malik Beasley if we talk about just a knockdown shooter. And he's getting some of the most open looks that he's had since probably Jimmy Butler was, 2021, 2020, when Jimmy Butler was really going crazy for the Heat. He's gotten some of his most open looks. Now, other surprise teams. We already knew the Knicks were going to be good. We already knew, the Celtics were going to struggle. We knew that the Thunder were going to be the Thunder. We're going to talk about the Eastern Conference. There's another team that I believe is a little bit of a sleeper team that surprised me a little bit. I've watched them a few games, and from what I've gathered in these few games, they're a very young team, but they have potential. And they may be just a couple of pieces away and could scare some teams in the playoffs. And that's the Toronto Raptors. I mean, you have a really deep team over there, to be honest. Whether you want to go 1 through 8, 1 through 9, they have it. And then at the end of the day, they have one guy, maybe 2 guys if you want to count RJ Barrett, who can get you a bucket at any time. They have Brandon Ingram and they have RJ. So at the end of the day, if you have 2 guys that can get you a bucket in this league that we are watching and that we are seeing, develop before our eyes, then that's a team that can do something in the playoffs. And they have it all. The only thing I think they're missing, I would say, is a really legit big man. Jacob Poeltl, he's cool or whatever, but he's not going to be an answer for them when it comes to facing guys like Cat in the East, maybe Embiid if he's healthy, whatever the case may be. But they're surprising a lot of teams as well. And the most surprising, besides the Pistons to me, has been the 76ers. I mean, let's be honest. Embiid is a shell of himself. Paul George still hasn't played a game, and these guys are number 3 or 4 in the East right now. That you got to give a lot of that to Tyrese Maxey. He has put that team on his back, unlike any other. We looking at like a Allen Iverson-esque season going right now, the way he's doing and what he's doing at the pace. Now, with the 76ers also, I don't think that they thought that BJ Edgecombe would be this good. This kid has came into the league and made this league look pretty damn easy, if you're going to ask me. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a rookie. He's going to have his ups and downs, and he's going to struggle in certain spots. But overall, from what I've seen from BJ in these first few weeks, this kid is a baller, bro. He's not afraid of the moment. He's very aggressive on both ends of the court. And the Sixers, they actually are comfortable and they trust him to have the ball in certain spots to where he can create a shot for himself or another teammate. Now, like I said, BJ and Tyrese are doing their thing, but then you have guys like Oubre contributing at a high level, averaging around like 17 points right now. He's killing it, and he's shooting 40% from the three ball, which is what they need. Andre Drummond coming in, hitting threes, rebounding, doing the normal Andre Drummond stuff. Outside of the threes, of course. All right, we knew that. But he's doing it all at a high clip. And then you have a decent bench. You have Quentin Grimes, who starts, but he's hooping. And then you have Bona, who's a backup center, who comes in and gives great minutes for them. If you haven't watched the 76ers, I want you to watch them and watch how they play. Nick Nurse has them playing at a very, very good level defensively. And you can tell that they are a unit. You know, and that's without Paul George. If I'm them, Paul George, you can go, buddy. We don't really need you. You know, you getting paid whatever it is, what it is. Let's buy you out and send you on somewhere or trade you and get some valuable pieces. Because I think they can make some noise with the East being as weak as it is. If I'm them, I'm trying to rest Joel as much as I can. At this point, with his injuries, you can't really expect him to play more than 40-plus games, right? 50 games. It is what it is. His award time, that shit is over. But if he wants to win it, be a champion, and he wants to go deep in the playoffs, and he wants to be a playoff performer, he has to be healthy. He has to be healthy. Now, will he do that as the season goes? We'll see. Maybe he'll play himself into shape. I haven't personally seen it. I think he's very much so a shell of himself. But if you can get 60 to 70% Embiid, and you're getting 100% from Maxey, you're getting 100% from Edgecombe, if Paul George stays 70-80% from Paul George, Oubre's going to give you 100%. Everybody else around is going to do that. They can make some noise because Nick Nurse can coach his ass off. Nick Nurse is a great coach. So those are my sleeper teams in the East. The East is very weak without Boston. I mean, it doesn't even sound right not even mentioning Boston. Because we think that they're going to, be back wherever they were when Jason Tatum gets back or whatever. But that team has been very depleted without Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, if you haven't watched them. Now, with a surprise, of course, there's good surprises, there's bad surprises. A team that has surprised me and hasn't been as good as I thought and are capitalizing on the weakness of the East is the Orlando Magic. I don't know what it is out there, what they have going on, but they have to figure it out. Paolo isn't playing like he should. Franz has been the only constant that they had all year. He's been almost a double-double machine. He averaging around 23, 7, and 6. He's been killing it all year. They traded all those draft picks to bring in Desmond Bane. And Desmond Bane hasn't done shit. I mean, he has been terrible to me. This is my opinion. I don't care what y'all think, but he's been shit. They brought him in to be a three-point shooter, to spread the floor, and he is shooting sub 30% right now. Sub 30. Now, they won a few games. Paolo's hurt right now. If they don't pick it up, they're going to be at the bottom of the East again. Because there's teams that are creeping up, that we anticipate is going to be there towards the end of the year, and we don't anticipate them to if they don't pick it up. Because there's teams like Miami who's doing well. There's other teams, like I said, Toronto, that can sneak up and take that spot from them. And coming into the season, we're thinking a team like that is going to be one of the better teams in the NBA. Like, we're thinking, okay, they're going to be there. They're going to be in the picture with Boston being as depleted as they are. Now, if we're talking at the very moment where those guys are, the Orlando Magic right now are the 9 seed. The 9 seed in the NBA right now. Come on now, we're talking about a team that we anticipated to be one of the better ones in the league. And they are currently sitting at the 9 seed. Now, we also have Atlanta. I'm going to be honest, my bro Garrett is big on Atlanta. Me, not so much. They're the 3 seed right now. They're a surprise, but then you have other teams that we anticipate to be as. The Wizards, the Pacers, the Nets, the Hornets, which is, we used to that shit in North Carolina. They suck. So, you got good surprises and bad surprises. We anticipate these certain teams to be there. We got the Pistons, we got the Knicks, we got the Hawks, we got the Cavs, we got the Bucks, and we got the Sixers. If I'm going to pick somebody, like I said, this is a way too early. We're way too early with it. But my money in the playoffs, with all the marbles on the line, is going to be Giannis. He's doing his thing. And right now, the Milwaukee's in at 8-5. Nobody anticipated that. But he's carrying. He's carrying full load with them. Pause. No Diddy. But he's doing his thing. Giannis to me, is the second best player in the world. Jokic, Giannis, Shea, whatever, then Luka. But at this moment, the Eastern Conference, of course, is very much down without Boston. So we don't anticipate nothing special to come out of the East, but those are my surprises in the East. Now, when we talk about the Western Conference, there's nothing in the Western Conference that we didn't anticipate. That's why I'm going to them second. We have OKC 1, like we thought, Denver 2, Houston 3, Lakers 4, Minnesota 5. A lot of people may not have, but I knew the Spurs were going to be good this year. I knew they were going to be good. And then you have, the Suns 7, Golden State 8, Portland 9, Utah 10. Pretty much what we thought we would see at the top. Now, when we get to those play-in spots, the Suns, a lot of people didn't anticipate them to be there, right? But you have to understand something with this team. It's two things. Two things you have to understand before I get to the top of the West. The Suns have a guy. They have a dude. And if you're a hooper, a coach, whatever, you know what I mean when I say they have a dude. Devin Booker is a dude. He's going to do whatever he wants to on the basketball court whenever he wants to do it. He's that good. And now, without KD there, without Bill there, he has been solidified as, bro, this is your team. We're going to go as far as you go. And all his teammates are following suit. Now, when I say all his teammates, I'm going to mention a guy, and you might not like him. You might not like his game. He has the ugly game. But everywhere he goes, they win. They top of the defensive stats in the league. And he's one of those guys that you love to have on your squad. And that's Dillon Brooks, bro. He's a winner. Let's think about the teams that early in his career he was on. He was with Memphis. They were a number 1 seed at a point. A number 2 seed at a point when he was there. Brings defense, 3-point shooting, rebounding, toughness, something that you need on teams. He went to Houston last year. Houston was, granted, they got a couple other pieces. But they add Dillon Brooks, and they're top of the defensive league. Top of the league in defense. Top of the league in 3-point shooting. They were number 2 seed last year. Number 2 and number 3 seed. Whatever. This year, with the Suns, a team that nobody anticipated do nothing. They lose Bill. They lose KD. Nobody thinks that this team is going to be even in a running for a play-in spot. And at this moment, he's the second leading scorer on their team because Jalen Green is out for the rest of the season, pretty much. Or for a while, an extended period of time. And Dillon Brooks has been Devin Booker's second, his sidekick, pretty much. But the Suns have a lot of guys. But you got to give Dillon Brooks his props, man. He does his role very well. He's a great role player. And that's just, I would love to have him on the Lakers. Anybody would that's a Lakers fan because he's going to be the villain. He's going to do all the stuff that nobody else wants to do. He's going to take charges. He's going to play hard nose defense, pick you up 95. He's going to do all that stuff. And that's what you need if you're going to be a championship level team. So, also with the Suns, we talking about, naturally Phoenix being one of the teams. They have Grayson Allen shooting at a high clip. A surprise, Mark Williams been doing his thing. Double-double right now, averaging almost double-double, like 15-8 or 14-8. He's hooping. But the problem with the Suns is, can they sustain this? They got Colin Gillespie coming off the bench. He's doing his thing. Can they sustain this? Especially without Jalen Green being there for an extended period of time. We're going to see Devin Booker is doing the majority of the carry right now, which we all anticipated him to do anyway. But as the season goes on, the wear and tear goes on the bodies. We're going to see if he and the Suns can keep that up, man. But so far, so good with the Suns. Golden State's going to pick it up. We're going to see Steph and Draymond and Jimmy start picking it up towards the end of the season. They're older. We're going to see them do that towards the end. We know what's going to happen with them. Portland surprising me with all the shit they got going on. With Chauncey and gambling or whatever that shit is. But they're surprising me, man. They're a surprise team. They can be really good as well. Donovan Clingan being out is going to hurt them a lot. It's going to hurt them as a team. It really is. But I think Denny Avdia is taking a step this year to almost being almost all-star status. He's averaging 20 plus, leading that team in multiple categories, and he's their go-to guy, and they're winning. So that team is a team that I wouldn't sleep on. They also play defense. They are a high level defensive team. I've watched almost every team so far this year, and from what I've seen, they are one of the best defensive teams I've seen as far as communication, being attached to each other in the defensive end, and being willing to have the ability to be switchable almost at every position. So that's going to be a team to look out for. And then they got leadership. They got veteran leadership on that team now. With adding Drew Holiday, who NBA champion, all NBA defensive team. That brings them to a whole nother level. And let's not forget, they don't have Dame Lillard. But Shaedon Sharpe is taking a step as well. He's a hell of a player, a young player, man. And he got his money this summer, so he's playing like he got his money. So shout out to Portland, man. They're doing their thing. You could say the Jazz is a surprise. I mean, they pretty much are, to be honest. But I don't think they're going to sustain. They're going to be one of the teams that fall off towards the end, to be honest with you. Now, we're going to talk about the top of the West. I don't think there is a team that can fuck with OKC. Like, if you watch OKC play, as a hooper, I would hate to play against that defense, bro. As a guy that scored, especially, I would hate to play against a defense like that. That is a swarming defense, a defense that they literally don't take their foot off the gas. Now, usually with great teams, right, or top-tier teams, they may have a little bit of a let-off when their guys go out the game. And when I say their guys, it's Chet, Shea, right now, because Jay does hurt. But that shit doesn't happen. When those guys go out the game, it's like the level intensifies. There has been 8 games this year where Shea played either none of or partial of the fourth quarter. And these motherfuckers are 12-1. It doesn't make any sense, man. But also, it does. If you think about it. They won a championship. They know what it takes. They know the level they have to perform at. And at this moment, they're looking like a fucking juggernaut. Like, even Denver being as good as Denver is, I think that the margin between OKC and Denver is still so wide that it's fucking ridiculous. And Denver is damn good. Jokic is playing at a fucking astronomical level right now. But the level that OKC as a team is playing at is like light years above everybody else. Like, I watched the Lakers play them the other day. Granted, no Bron, whatever it is, what it is. But damn! You look at that shit and you say, what the hell is going on? Like, are they really that good or are they really that bad? No, the Lakers are a decent, a middle good team. A good, maybe a few pieces away from being a great team. But OKC is so good that it makes them look mediocre. It's fucking insane. I think they probably win the championship again, to be honest, because they're looking like fucking unbeatable. But we all know it comes down to matchups. And it's not like they didn't go 7 games with Jokic last year. But I think these guys have learned something from that they can't, take shit for granted no more. Especially going Game 7 in the NBA Finals. I think they're realizing, like, everything matters now. Every possession, every moment, every minute of the game matters. And I think they're playing like that in the regular season. And in the postseason, it's going to intensify. Which is going to fuck the league up. It's going to fuck the NBA up. So, I don't really have much else to say about them. Except, I don't know who's going to beat them. They're 12-1. They're on pace to win 75 games. It's possible that they beat the Warriors record, to be honest with you. I don't see a world where they may not. I don't think anybody can really beat them. I'm going to be honest. Consistently. Like I said, J-Dub has been out all year. And they still win these games. Shea is playing at a great level as well. But, that's neither here nor there with those guys. Surprise teams in the West. We already know Denver going to be there. We knew Houston adding KD was going to be there. The Lakers have surprised me. And I'm not saying that just because I'm a Laker fan. I'm saying that because they actually have surprised me. I didn't think they would be 3-4, like battling for that 3-4 spot. I thought they would be more 5-6. But the fact that they're 3-4 right now, going back and forth, is kind of promising. Considering that they don't have LeBron James on the team. Everybody gonna say it. Maybe, and I've been hearing this shit. It sounds stupid for people to say. They need to trade LeBron to get da-da-da-da-da. You don't trade a guy that made second team All-NBA last year and was 6th in MVP voting. It doesn't make sense. Why trade him? Because he's 40, whatever, cool. But if we look at it like this, I watched him play last night. Right? And Marcus Smart ended up with like 13.6 rebounds, whatever. But those shots that Marcus Smart were getting, when LeBron comes back, that's going to be LeBron, Austin Reeves, or Luka. And I say that because teams can't guard all three of those guys. You know, everybody's not OKC. And everybody would say LeBron needs the ball in his hand. Did we not watch LeBron last year take the back seat? Bron been wanting to take the back seat since AD came there. He's been wanting to take the back seat. But AD wasn't built for that shit. So he wasn't able to do it. Now, he's doing it. He don't mind. Last year, Luka led the team and everything. This year, it's not going to be no different. Luka averaging 38 right now. In his fucking sleep. What are we talking about? If you know basketball, you know that's dumb. It sounds stupid. You don't trade LeBron James. LeBron James is never going to be a subtraction to a team. He's always going to be an addition because of what he does on the court. He makes the shit easier for everybody. He doesn't even have to score, but the attention that he demands is going to make this shit easier for AR and Luka and whoever else. Rui's playing at a great level. Everybody was talking shit about DeAndre Ayton. Real basketball players and real people that watch basketball know that DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. At least 15 and 10. He's going to get that. He's guaranteed that. Now, we're talking about him on a contract year this year. A contract year. You telling me that this guy is going to get you 15 and 10 and that's not an addition? Bro, him averaging 15 and 10, Luka doing what he's doing, Bron coming to do what he does, AR doing what he does, and Rui doing what he does, add a couple role players in there, we need to trade Vando, package him with whoever, get maybe a Herb Jones from New Orleans, get him up out of there, bring him over to LA, and try to get another big. Bro, the Lakers will be formidable. Because at the end of the day, right, when we talk about the NBA, we talking about, do you have a guy that can win you a playoff series? The Lakers have a guy in Luka Doncic I have seen it. You have seen it. We all have seen it. We have seen him literally win playoff series. So you telling me that he won't be able to do that at a high level in the playoffs again, and it won't be a little easier for him with LeBron on the court? I don't give a fuck what you say. Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving. But 2 years ago, LeBron was still better than Kyrie. And they went to the finals. The Lakers are 2 pieces away from being able to contend. And in the playoffs, I don't give a fuck who it is. I know I speak very highly of OKC. Speak very, very highly of them. If you got a team with Luka playing at the level he is, LeBron could be a 20 to 25 point guy. And then 7 assists, 7 rebounds. DeAndre doing what he does. This team is going to be formidable in the playoffs because it's all about matchups. Watch what I tell you, and don't be surprised if you see Lakers Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. Now, we've been talking about all these surprises, right? Something that surprised the shit out of me, but it shouldn't have, is the leap that I have seen Victor Wembanyama take this year for the Spurs. I mean, bro, we talking about, like, I'm being honest. I have never seen a player of this skill set ever. I'm going to be honest with you. 7'4", 7'5", can handle the ball like Kevin Durant. He's tall. We say KD. I watched him do it. Can rebound with the best of them. And averages 4 blocks. Bro, listen. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to say this with the most respect to everybody else came before Victor. Including LeBron James. If Victor Wembanyama stays healthy, which is very hard for a guy that size, we know that. We've seen it. It is what it is. If he stays healthy, he is going to be a dynasty builder in San Antonio, and he's going to be an all-time great. For sure. For sure. I mean, bro, we talking about he's only getting better. I don't think he's even figured out how unstoppable he can be as a force on offense. Defensive, he got it. Nobody's fucking with him defensively. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year the next, who knows how many years. Rudy Gobert had 4 in a row. This motherfucker might run off like 6 or 7. Because he's getting better every year and on both ends of the court. He's figuring it out. Now, let me tell you what makes the Spurs so formidable. And they're on some OKC type shit, to be honest with you. Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Sohan, great defender, great rebounder. Can do the garbage bag stuff. Devin Vassell, scorer. Champagnie, 3-point shooter. Keldon Johnson come off the bench. Come on now. He was leading them in scoring before Wemby got there. And we haven't even mentioned De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper. This team is going to be formidable for the next 10, 12 years. Permitting health, of course. Because I don't see a world where that Chet Wemby matchup, bro, in the playoffs, man, listen. I'll tell you one thing. Get your popcorn ready for the playoffs this year in the Western Conference. It's going to be a movie all around. It's great players all around the West, man. I mean, you can't take nothing from nobody in the West, but those are my picks as far as, like, who has surprised me in the West so far. Positively. Now, let's talk about these teams that are surprisingly, but not surprisingly, shitty. First things first. That other team in LA, don't you fucking forget who you are. You are the other team for a reason. Pick Kawhi. Got Paul George. Oh, we the team in LA. Whoop-de-doo. Da-da-da-da-da. I haven't seen y'all do shit since y'all got Kawhi. Not a motherfucking thing. Let's just call it what it is. He's always hurt. He's the most inconsistent superstar I've ever seen. Ever. And maybe we should all blame Zaza Pachulia. Maybe we should just blame him. Whatever. But regardless, he's stealing money. He's stealing money. The most unreliable superstar there is, right? That is James Harden's team. Shout out to James Harden. I feel bad for the guy. He went there thinking that Wild was going to be healthy and that they were going to be able to make a run. Motherfucker ain't been healthy at all. James Harden has done everything he can. A shell of himself because of, his age. But he can only do but so much, man. Shout out James Harden. He's doing his thing. But Kawhi Leonard, stop stealing money, bro. Just retire. At this point, bro, you just need to retire. You got your rings. You got your money. For some reason, everybody put you in the top echelon of players ever. Not I. You're too inconsistent of a star. You had a great run. You had one great run. Whatever. It is what it is. But you haven't done shit since. So, for the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, my advice for you, you went and picked up all these old motherfuckers. CP3, love you, CP3, but brother, you're old. Time to go. All these other guys, right? Brook Lopez. Come on, bro. Nick Batum's still on the team. Blow that shit up and start over. You don't have your picks. You fucked that up. You're trying to get Paul George. So at this point, you just need to blow it up and just be bad. And just figure it out, bro. Like, the Clippers are a disgrace of a franchise. I think besides the Pelicans, they're one of the worst run franchises. And I think Ballmer's a great owner, though. But basketball-wise, they don't make any sense. None at all. Now, the other team that I want to speak on. The dumbest organization in the NBA. Maybe in sports history. The Dallas Mavericks. First thing first, disclaimer. Anthony Davis, I love you. Thank you for helping Braun bring a championship to LA. For all your years of doing what you did. But there is no way in the fuck that I trade Luka Doncic, 5-time all first team NBA, went to the finals, 2 Western Conference Finals trips for Anthony Davis and a bullshit pick. Nico Harrison, you deserve to be fired, my guy. Because there's no world that you trade Luka. I don't care if he was Nutty Professor Fat. If he out there giving you 29, 10, and 10, you keep him. You keep him. You built the team around him to be able to accommodate him defensively, his defensive deficiencies. Why trade him? Talk about defense. This mother is averaging 37, 9, and 11 right now. And you traded him for pretty much a bag of chips and some Skittles. And on top of that, babe, sawdust? Are you kidding me? Dallas, blow it up. Kyrie, hurt. Anthony Davis, hurt. Blow it up. Build around Cooper Flag. Y'all already starting fucking up his career. And I don't know if it's Jason Kidd's call or whoever's call, but why would you start him at point guard? That doesn't make any sense. There's nothing in Cooper Flag's basketball thing that says he'll be a good point guard. He's not LeBron. Shit, he's not even Point Zion. He needs a guard to get him the ball in the places that he can score. Maybe you're trying to do the Giannis thing. Maybe look, Jason Kidd he's a genius. He's seen Giannis be Giannis before everybody else did. He had him playing point guard. And look at him now. So maybe he's doing the same thing. Who fucking knows? But what I do know is Dallas needs to get rid of some shit. They need to let some shit go. Keep Lively. He's young. He's promising. He's been hurt a little bit too, but keep him. Of course, keep Cooper. Keep Max Christie. He's going to be a great player for you. Probably keep PJ Washington. He's a good solid piece. Build around Cooper. Tank. Maybe you get lucky and get the number one again. You get AJ DeBanster. Who knows? But you got to blow it up, man. Trade Kyrie, get some picks. Trade AD, get some picks. But what you guys have going on right now is an embarrassment to the Dallas Mavericks franchise. If Mark Cuban was there, this shit would have never been like this. It would not be like this if Mark Cuban was there. That's neither here nor there, man. Now, those are my surprises, man. We have, the bottom of the barrel teams that we anticipate. New Orleans, Sac, whatever. Memphis, I didn't expect much from them because Ja's not locked in. But, as the season develops and we keep going on and we keep talking about this, we're going to see teams separate themselves, and then we're going to start talking about what these other teams need to do to figure it out. Because the NBA, of course, is a marathon, not a sprint. But at the end of the day, when we talking about, winning and losing, you have to be able to, I think these GMs should be taking examples from the team that are at the top. Like the OKCs, the Houstons, whatever, Denver, whoever. We anticipate them to be there every year. So what are they doing to be able to get there? What have they done? And those teams are just improving every year in some type of way. OKC didn't add anybody. They just got better, more experience. Like the youngest team in the NBA that won the championship just got more experience. That's dangerous for them. Now, I'm just going to talk about teams. We talking about the Timberwolves and, teams like that. I said the Timberwolves like the Rockets. Those teams are going to they're going to go as far as their superstars take them. Like, the Rockets going to go as far as KD takes them in the playoffs. The Timberwolves going to go as far as Anthony Edwards takes them in the playoffs. The teams that separate themselves are the ones that play team basketball and have a complete team. Now, do I think both of those teams are complete? Houston, maybe. Minnesota, nah. But as the season goes on, we're going to see more from both of those guys, as in Anthony Edwards and KD. And we're going to see how those teams develop and what those coaches do to make those teams better as the season goes on, what adjustments they make. But, man, that's all I got as far as the teams go. Coming up, we're going to talk about some mid-season awards. Not really mid-season. Fuck it. Way too early awards. Who I think are front runners at the moment for certain awards. And we're going to talk about, of course, the main thing. What the Lakers going to look like when LeBron gets back. I know I spoke on a little bit, but I got a little bit more in depth to go in with it. Miguel's Minute. Stay locked. Peace. All right. We back. All right, man. Like I said, I'm going to give out some way too early awards. Just based off what I've seen. Might as well start with the big dog, right? Might as well start with the MVP. As of this moment, my MVP has to be Nikola Jokic. Bro, what he does for that team is crazy. Like, all around, it's crazy. Like, I lead the league in rebounds, lead the league in assists, averaging 30. 65% or something crazy from the field. Like 50 from 3, and like 84 from the free throw line right now. Bro, Jokic, if he stays on this trajectory that he's on, and he keeps doing what he does every year, that he's been doing the last few years, he'll probably be better than Hakeem Olajuwon. I'll put him over Hakeem if he keeps this shit up. I think I will. Hakeem did a lot defensively. But Jokic, man, he just, I don't know. I haven't seen a big man like this, to be honest with you. So after this moment, Jokic is my MVP. Now, a close second is Luka Doncic, because he's Luka fucking Doncic, and what the Lakers are doing, it literally mostly because of him. Missed a few games. AR did the shit, but Luka's the guy. Yeah, he's different. Defensive player of the year, Wemby. Not even gonna talk about it. He affects the game so crazy on defense. Literally, players will drive in there and then see him down there and back. So it's like, how do you not give it to a guy that affects the game that way and still averages 4 blocks? Crazy. What he does defensively is amazing to watch. If you are a guy who appreciates all aspects of the game, what he does on defense is very, 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 very impressive, man. Very, very impressive. Now, here's a topic that's been talked on a lot. Most improved for me would be Wayyyyyy Jr. for Miami. He's became their go-to kind of. One of their go-tos. Him and Norman Powell, who by the way is fucking hooping. Shout out to Norman Powell. He's a fucking bucket. I wish the Lakers would have got him. But Wayyyyyy Jr. has been doing a little bit of everything for those guys. So I'll give him the most improved for now. Could change. But as of right now, he has it. Now, Rookie of the Year. I'm going to tell you who it's not. It's not Cooper Flag. So if you thought I was going to say Cooper Flag, you thought. Nah. Not for me, at least. Not to me. I don't think he's got to that level of those other guys yet. And he's been given opportunities. But his inefficiency, his lack of 3-ball, he hasn't done it for me yet. But he'll get better as the season goes on, and he'll start becoming the guy. Now, for me, Rookie of the Year so far in the NBA, be VJ Edgecombe or Con Knipple. I think they're 1A, 1B. I think they can win Co. I think they can win Co. Rookie of the Years. Con Knipple has been hooping. Something I didn't really anticipate. I thought he was going to just be a catch-and-shoot guy, but he's done it all. He's doing it all for Charlotte while LaMelo's out. And he stepped up to a major role. So, shout out to Con Knipple, but VJ Edgecombe has had almost a 40 ball. He's averaging like 18, 19. And he is a dog on defense, bro. A dog. And he plays like, I don't know if y'all seen the draft, but he said he didn't have lights and shit. He plays like that, bro. Like, he plays like he's starving. Like, he plays like he's hungry for something. And dude can hoop, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm surprised by him a lot, but he's very, very great. Well, he's good. He's not great yet, but he has potential to be great. Gives me D-Wade, Anthony Edwards vibes. Big time. That's it, man. I mean, this is, like I said, a way too early NBA review. We're just talking about, this is me just breaking down the first 12 or so games, 13 games. I'm going to be coming to y'all with way more content coming up, man. I promise. I'm going to stay locked in. I'm going to be doing, NBA recaps, all that stuff. So y'all make sure y'all follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's very important that you do so, because that's where I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot of live stuff. A lot of live recaps. A lot of live, everything. And that's it as far as the NBA goes, man. I got a college basketball review coming up soon. Y'all stay locked in. If you know me, you know I'm a Tar Heel, baby. GDT Bath. We'll be talking about them soon, man. But in the meantime, y'all make sure y'all click that subscribe button. Like I said, that follow and subscribe button. Support is free, bro. It don't cost you nothing. This ain't an OnlyFans membership. Just fucking click the button, bro. Go to the Instagram. Fuck with the Instagram. I'm going to be posting content, like I said, all the time. I appreciate y'all. Miguel's Minute Pod. We back. We locked in. Peace. Thank you. We out.
You know you like that. You know